Greetings and welcome to Smartwatch Ticks. We're a YouTube channel on the web at smartwatchticks.com. You can find us anytime you like. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm introducing you today to a new company, MAXTOP, that makes smartwatches. This is all of their information, their email, their contact address, and all of that, because it's good to know these guys have got some very interesting products. We're starting out our first cooperation review with a fitness tracker that they make, and it's called actually the Y13. Here it is, and let's take a look at it, available on their Amazon account. I have just the extract of the description of the watch, and you can find a link to it in the show notes down below that'll take you over there. Got some fine print, which I've blown up for you, make it a little easier to read. They're calling it the MAXTOP smartwatch for Android phones. Even teenagers would like it. The description tells you a little bit about it, that it's not just a watch, it's a heart rate monitor, blood pressure, sleep monitoring, waterproof, all kinds of good stuff in this. Fast, convenient to charge, and satisfaction guaranteed. From their descriptor, they've got this pictorial colored diagram, basically, not a spec sheet per se, so I don't have a list of all the different specs for you, but maybe it'll reveal itself as we dive into the unboxing and the review. Again, it's MAXTOP. Welcome, MAXTOP. So, it's packaged in a nice white box. Okay, it comes folded over with easy, flexible, removable bands. Nice construction, looks like molded all the way across. You've got the charging ports, the heart rate diode, a curve to it. You notice that curve? Look at that surface. That's pretty cool. It has a little cover on it right now that shows you how big the digits are going to be. So this will be an easy one to see at a distance. That's nice. We can open up and find... Hey, look! There's another set of bands in blue that comes with it too. So I could have it in black or blue. And I believe you can order different colors as well. Just up to you. Yep, here we go. The Y13 manual and the charging connector, which is a basic 2-pin magnetic connector. Aha, yep. It's got a little key notch right there that lines it up. Make sure you're in the right spot. And it's strong enough to hold the watch. You love all the little tests I do? Yeah, that should be fine for charging. Okay. Let's walk you through the manual. This is going to give us much more information that I could find on the website. The English part is up front, and it talks about appearance and directions for first-time use. It will, of course, tether to a phone, and it uses the H-band. Now, the interesting thing about the H-band, I believe, is it's got some extra features in it nowadays that has been updated that gives it some extra capabilities. We'll see if this watch band takes advantage of some of those. Here's the primary functions. Manual test, automatic monitoring of heart rate. Okay. Combination of color pictures and text. Anytime you need to check the manual, just come back and freeze frame the YouTube on your screen. You should be able to read through it and cover the things that I'm not covering in this quick review. Got stopwatch, countdown timer in it, alarm clocks. Message reminders, nice. A heart rate alarm, look at that. You can turn on a switch to do the heart rate alarm. We won't be doing an in-depth review of the H-band app because we've done several already in the past. What I will do for you is give you the link in the show notes for other reviews we've done and take you specifically to the section where we actually look at the app. Here's the thing I was going to point out. It also has the capability to monitor physiological periods for females, so it can track different aspects of the pregnancy cycle, which is something new. We haven't seen that in any other bands or watches other than the ones that tether to this H band, and only if they actually incorporate it. Okay, we are now moving on to a different language, and that's the manual. Yeah, how does it look? Before we even get into it, I really like the curve. Look at that. A natural curve, so it literally fits your arm. And they're right. It would work for a man or a woman. Nice overall size, even a teenager. I know. I'm having too much fun. I'll charge it up for you. Well, with no buttons on the sides, smooth sides, the only button would be right here in the front. So we press and hold on the front of the watch. Give it a moment to flash hello. It vibrated. Wow. And we are into a super bright screen. It looks white on the camera for me, but it's actually a light blue. If I turn it to the side, hey, look at that. You can see it right up to the edge too. It's actually a blue color. We'll have to get in and see if we can change the brightness. Our opening screen's got all kinds of stuff on here, the date, the time, day of the week, battery level, step count, and it times out rather quickly. And we're playing with swiping. Here's your step count information and calories burned and distance traveled. Oh, okay, we can just press it. Look at this. We'll get a heart rate chart once we get this thing going. There's your latest heart rate when you're tied in with the... Wow. That one's flashing really wild. I'm getting star patterns on the screen. Anyway, yes, you get heart rate information and a chart that it'll track it, latest and highest or average. You also have blood pressure, last night's sleep results on this one. There's a sports section. It says long press, so it's guiding you through all of this. Okay, and now we are into a timing step count process where it's going to monitor your calories burned, your heart rate, your step count against time with the actual time of day in the corner. Sorry, it is really washed out, but that's what's up there on the right. Long press in the pause screen, and it vibrates and comes to here. Long press in this folder screen, and it takes us back to the overall sport. One more tap gets us to the off button and the tethering information. You're looking for Y13 to tether it, and that's it. That loops it all the way around. So it has all the basic functions of a simple fitness band with some vital statistics on here of heart rate, blood pressure that can be accumulated as well. And the heart rate looks pretty cool. It's going to create a graph. I've gone ahead and paired this to the H-band app simply because you've really got to see some of the things in here that affect what's on here. For example, go over to mine. I'm already tethered. Go over to Y13. Come on down here to here we go. Setting of main face interface. That's your watch face. So it's got this really great bright default setting. I can say style 1 and switch it. Style 2 looks like this, and so forth. You've got a little analog kind of digital thing going there, and then sort of a cityscape with black and white time. All of which look really good on this very bright watch. And speaking of very bright, because it is so bright, I need to dim it down a little bit. So I'm going to go up here to screen brightness here. It's in auto adjust now, so that if it's dim inside, it's going to dim it down a little bit. Get out in the bright sun, it'll brighten it. It's got an automatic detector for that, but I can turn this off and you notice it's at full brightness now. I'm going to bring it all the way down to the lowest one, and now you're starting to see some color. It's still too bright for the room, and I think it would be awfully bright at night, actually. It's not a dim watch by any means, but you do have some control over all of that right here. So for the sake of the review, I'm going to keep it on its lowest setting. But if I put it on automatic adjustment, it'll brighten it even more. So those are a couple of things. You've got blood pressure, private mode. We talk about that in other videos where you set your known systolic and diastolic readings, and then the deviation from those normals is what the band watch will report for you and give you a better accuracy based on your specific situation. I set the screen on time on this one to 30 seconds so that it can stay on a long time, because I want to use it and I want to be able to see it, and I'm not worried about getting 30 days of battery life out of it. I want to get a reasonable amount of time, but I also like an always on screen or close to it. So I got 30 seconds instead of just 5 seconds there. And these are the kind of things that you'll find in the app, along with the step goals and stuff you can put in here. You can change your unit settings, the overall themes. That seemed like a short 30 seconds, but I guess it was. And when you collect data, it's all going to show up here on the chart day by day. So check out the H Plus app, the Y13. Oh, and by the way, I'm in here as male instead of female. If I register as female, I'll get an extra card here that talks about the menstrual cycle. So that's an added benefit that you get. I don't believe you'll see anything on the watch for it, but it'll show up on the app. Okay. Wow. We've covered a lot on this one. It's very robust. You also have a few more functions that you can add to it if you want to, like countdown timers and those kind of things. Of course, you turn risk detection. You can do that. You can add a countdown timer and set the time that it normally would run for, and so forth, usual time. Anyway, you can set all that stuff up and then add that here. You can count up, count down. Those will be additional cards that will show up on the watch itself. Once again, then, this is a new watch coming to us from a new partner with us. MAXTOP is bringing the Y13 through Amazon. You can go right over to your favorite Amazon.com, whatever country you're in, and pick it up using the show notes link down below. And welcome, MAXTOP. Glad that you're part of our family now. You've been watching Smartwatch Ticks, everybody. Thank you for being here, and we will see you again soon.